Good afternoon. Welcome to Cool Springs. Today is Wednesday, April the 29th, 2026, and this is our series, Questions About God in the Bible. We haven't done questions about God in the Bible for a while because we only do that as questions come in. And I had a question come in this week from a lady who participates in a midweek Bible study during the school year that I also participate in. And her question was, do we know what tribes that Jesus' 12 disciples were from? And so I replied to her question because she sent me an email and thought this would be a good topic to do as a general questions about God in the Bible. What we know about Jesus' 12 disciples is that from the scripture we know that one, Judas, is from the area of Judea, and that all the others were from the region of the Galilee. That means that Judas is likely either from the tribe of Judah, that's where Judea gets its name from, or he could possibly have been from the tribe of Simeon, because when the children of Israel came into the promised land, two tribes didn't get land allotments with borders and pieces of land like we have the state of Alabama, but 25 miles down the road there's a border marker that indicates you're going into Florida. With the tribal territories, the tribe of Levi did not get any tribal land because their role was to be the priest to represent the people before God and God before the people. So the priesthood was their inheritance. And the tribe of Simeon wasn't given land borders like you can look in the book of Joshua and it'll tell you where the tribal borders of the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, Dan, any of the others are at. Simeon was given cities within the tribal allotment of Judah. Part of that has to do with Simeon the man and his descendants. Simeon the man was a bit of a hothead among the brothers. So Simeon wasn't given land, he was given cities within Judah's territory. The area around the Galilee, Sea of Galilee, where all the other people are from, is tribal territory that belongs to Naphtali, Zebulun. A little bit on the southeast side of the Sea of Galilee would belong to Issachar. And so when we look at the fact that, for example, the fishermen brothers, Andrew, Peter, James, and John, are all up around the top end, the northern part of the Sea of Galilee, they would be in the tribal territory that belongs to Zebulun, and on the west side of the Sea of Galilee would be the territory that belongs to Naphtali. A couple of passages in Scripture, and that's what I gave my friend when she asked the question. I sent her to two places in Scripture. I sent her to Isaiah chapter 9 and also to Matthew chapter 4, verse 15. Because in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus is calling his disciples and he's quoting Isaiah chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 9 may be a passage of Scripture that's very familiar to you just because it's part of the Christmas story a lot, so it gets read a great deal during the Advent season. Isaiah chapter 9 opens up with Isaiah 700 years before Christ talking about the fact that the people who are walking in darkness have seen a great light. And then it goes on to talk about the good news being proclaimed from Naphtali and Zebulun. So just the fact that the fishermen brothers are up in that tribal territory, and we know, for example, that Philip and his friend Nathaniel are also from the area around the Sea of Galilee and over by Cana, which is also in Galilee. That gives us some clue, but the Bible never really says. So I don't know whether my friend's question had something to do with wondering if maybe each of the 12 tribes was represented in the calling of the disciples, but not necessarily, because they all belonged to the people of Israel. When they went into exile in Babylon and came back, not everybody went to their tribal territory. And I did point that out to my friend because Jesus is the biological son of Mary. and Mary was from Nazareth, which is up in the Galilee. That's not the tribal territory of Judah, the tribe that Mary and Joseph and Jesus are all from. Judah's territory is south of Jerusalem. But we know that Jesus' mother Mary is not only descended from King David, the tribe of Judah, which qualifies him to be king of the Jews, but that from the Christmas story we know that Mary is connected biologically to Elizabeth, the wife of Zachariah the priest. And the thing that we know about that is that Zachariah has to be from the tribe of Levi, and specifically from the tribe of Aaron underneath Levi, in order to be a priest. Moses is descended from the tribe of Levi, but Moses is not descended from Aaron. Aaron's his brother. So Moses' sons were never priests. It was Aaron's sons and grandsons down through the generations. We know that Zechariah was a priest in the order of Abijah, and it tells us in Luke chapter 1 that he and his wife Elizabeth, who was also from the daughters of Aaron, that means she's from the tribe of Levi, were old and well past childbearing years when the angel Gabriel comes to tell Zechariah, while he's on duty inside the temple performing his priestly role, that he and his wife are going to have this child who's going to be the forerunner of the Messiah. That's important to us because in order for Zechariah's son to qualify to be a priest, his mama as well as his daddy have to be from the priestly line of Levi. A priest can marry any girl he wants to in the tribes of Israel, but if he marries someone, say, from the tribe of Dan or Benjamin or Gad or any of the others, then he can serve as priest, but his son can't. So we know that Elizabeth is Mary's kinswoman. Most Bible scholars think that Elizabeth is Mary's great aunt. It may also explain to us why John the Baptist, or John the disciple, who is Jesus' first cousin, was able to get into that nighttime trial when Jesus was arrested. Because Peter, you remember, has to stay out in the courtyard, but John was able to get in. It could be because he's related to the priestly line of Levi, as well as obviously being from the tribe of Judah, because John and James's mama is Mary's sister. And if Mary is from the tribe of Judah, then James and John are also from the tribe of Judah. The other thing about that is we don't know what tribe their daddy, Zebedee, was from. He could be from any of the tribes. And generally speaking, when a Jewish girl got married, if she married somebody from one of the other tribes, she joins her husband's family, and the kids are considered to be from the tribe of their father. So we don't know, for example, what tribe Simon the Zealot was from, or what tribe Nathaniel, Philip, Thomas, any of the other disciples are. We just know that they are from certain regions that would tend to be the tribal territories of Naphtali and Zebulun and Issachar. Thanks for watching.